Keeling here, weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching. It's Thursday, 13th of February. This one a little later online. Been a little bit busy, as you can imagine, in the office over the last few days, and also been at Birmingham University lecturing to my MSc weather forecasting students who've been recording their TV weather forecasts today, and what a great job they did. Always great fun to put them in front of the camera, in front of the weather map, and let them do their thing. Fascinating to see, and really good to see the next generation of TV weather forecasters coming through. Anyway, let's crack on. You probably heard by now that more rough weather is on its way. More on that in just a second. Just wanted to pick up on the sea surface temperature anomaly charts, which we haven't shown for some time now. Just thought it was good just to catch up really on what's going on here and just take a look at things. This is the anomaly as of the 10th, so this was earlier on this week, and interesting to note, look, still warmer than normal water across the north of the UK. We've got colder than normal water here across central parts of the Atlantic, but this mass of warmer than normal water here, look, extending through the central Atlantic off the coast of Florida down through into the Caribbean as well, and also massive warm water here off the western coast of the States. Now, this means that actually when we get warm water like this, it means that the atmosphere above is warming, and it can hold lots and lots of moisture within it. However, once it tracks its way in a northeasterly direction, like so, with the jet stream, it gets cooler, and as it cools down, it can't hold that moisture as rain anymore, and it can't hold that moisture in the atmosphere anymore, and so it precipitates out, it falls as rain, and that's exactly, of course, what we have been seeing. So much of the fault of the rainfall down to these sea surface temperatures. Okay, so storm system on its way again tomorrow. Let's just take a look at what's going on here. The times are in the top left-hand corner on these charts here. And you'll notice as I run the sequence through here what's happening. That's the chart for 6 o'clock this evening. Notice a ridge of high pressure to the south of Ireland and the southwest of England. Low pressure off towards the northeast of Scotland. Now notice that mass of rain down towards the south, look, moving in. That's 9 o'clock in the morning, so this is 9 o'clock on Friday morning. Rain across Ireland, getting into the South of Wales, across central southern England as well. The important point to note here though is the strength of the wind. Just look at the isobars. You notice how close together the isobars are here. Look, these are gales setting in once again, as well as bringing us those significant rainfall totals. And the rain then will be tracking its way northwards through the course of tomorrow, taking heavy rain, taking strong winds, gale force winds with it as well. And all areas seeing those gale force winds tomorrow. But look at this tomorrow evening. By tomorrow evening, this very, very strong area of winds within here on the southern edge of that low. We'll take a look at the gusts in just a moment. But severe gales, again, damaging winds. I don't think quite as strong as they were on Wednesday, but certainly I think there is a risk of some very strong winds indeed. And then through Saturday morning, the low will be clearing its way off towards the east. We see the winds rotating around that low, becoming very, very strong here. Widespread gales through Wales, through central parts of England, through northern England, through the south of England as well. And then eventually the low pressure area should be moving off into the North Sea. We get a ridge of high pressure come through for Sunday, so I'm still hopeful Sunday is the better day of the weekend for most of us, although as you can see there, rain back into Ireland, southwest Wales and southwest England late on. That passes its way eastwards through Monday, and then on Monday, late on Monday into Tuesday, we pick up this northerly flow. Now that's going to introduce some cooler air southwards through all parts of the country, and I think it could be that actually we wake up to quite a frost on Tuesday morning, and on Wednesday morning, sorry, and probably we're going to be finding that actually it's a bit nippy for the early part of next week, but then temperatures picking up as yet more rain systems come in from the west, and of course by then what I'm going to be looking for is a build of pressure down here to the south. Not showing up on the GFS yet, but by the end of next week we're getting into the period where I expected pressure to be building, and that's what I want to see. So if I could put in an order for that, please, everybody, that would be more than appreciated. Okay, let's take a look at gusts. These are going to be the important things. You'll notice the time frame here for the gusts there, just in the top right-hand corner, and these are gusts up to 6 o'clock in the morning. And you notice here we're looking at winds of sort of 50 miles an hour off the southern coast of Ireland. Then through the morning tomorrow, those strong gusts coming up through the Irish Sea, through southwestern parts of England. GFS here showing gusts of about 60 to 65 miles an hour. I think they're probably up to 70 though. And then through tomorrow afternoon, well, some very strong gusts coming on to the southern coast. I think this is where the bashing is really going to be, sort of 70 mile an hour plus. I think we'll see 80 miles an hour along those southern coasts. Also southern facing hills of Wales too are going to be taking quite a pounding. So some very, very windy weather is on its way for tomorrow. And then heading into the rainfall figures, just to take a look at how they look. You'll notice the rainfall creeping its way northwards. Look, this is the chart for midday tomorrow. Here's 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. This is total rainfall. Remember, this is midnight going into Saturday. There's 6 o'clock Saturday morning, and there we are with midday on Saturday, and then that is 6 o'clock on Sunday evening. That's the end of Saturday. So total rainfall between now and then. And you see here highs to the totals again through western and southern areas, where we're seeing totals of 40 to 60 millimetres of rain over parts of Wales and over parts of southwest England, as well, I should mention here, as the west of Ireland. Less around northeast England and East Anglia, but still 10 to 15 millimetres there. Now, it's just not taking hardly any rain at all for flooding to take place. So I think, again, it'd be foolish to say that there won't be any flooding tomorrow. I simply think there will be. Just looking a little bit further ahead, we'll do more on this in tomorrow's look ahead, but this is the 7 to 10 day means of the 500 millibar flows, which is what I've been trying to show you for a short time, and well, for the last few days. And what it shows you here is the ECMWF here on the left hand side, and then over here we've got the GFS. Now this is a 7 to 10 day mean, so this has taken us from next Thursday through to Sunday the 23rd, and you notice here the difference between the two models. Look, the ECMWF has got a ridge across the UK. The GFS has got a trough and keeps the ridge up towards the north. So it's very interesting to see this battle taking place between the two. Now, normally what happens in this situation, this is something I've been telling the students actually today, is that when you get this discrepancy between the two, so when you get something like this and like this, it generally indicates that there's a change in the model underway. It doesn't necessarily mean that the pattern is going to be turning out as shown here, but it generally indicates that a change in pattern is underway, and it's very difficult to see what change in pattern away from wet there could be, given the amount of rainfall that's fallen recently. So I still hold out hope that dry weather may well be on its way for the back end of next week, or at least less wet weather building into the south of the country and then edging its way northwards. So I'll leave you with that for now. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. You can check back and watch the fast forecasts. Gary does those, and they'll be updated as well throughout the storm that's coming up. Do stay tuned to the forecast. You can follow us on Twitter at WXWeb. But for now, thanks for watching and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.